Joe Giglio for NJ Sports Now on this Wednesday, May the 6th. We're reaching the point in the Major League Baseball season where it's no longer easy to just say, well, it's early. And for the New York Yankees, first place in the American League East, 3 games up now, 17-10, another win last night, 6-3 over the Blue Jays. You start to look at the Yankees and you start to wonder if this first 27 games here, the first 6th of this season, really does mean something moving forward here. And you look at that game last night, obviously one of the big stories, Michael Pineda and how he pitched. But I look at the Yankees offense, the 6 runs they put up last night, and look at the top. 3 of those 6 runs scored by the dynamic duo of Brett Gardner in the number 2 hole and Jacoby Ellsbury in the leadoff spot. And last year, when the Yankees spent a truckload of money to bring in Jacoby Ellsbury, sign him away from the Boston Red Sox, a lot of the conversation was, why did they do that? Why did they spend the money on Ellsbury instead of maybe re-signing a Robinson Cano or whatever else they wanted to do with the money? But why bring in Ellsbury when he and Gardner are almost clones of each other? You could have played Gardner in center field, went out and got a power bat for left field. Instead, the Yankees gave all that money, over $150 million, to Ellsbury to put in center and to pair with Gardner as standout defenders. And then in a perfect world, which we didn't see last year because the Yankees had so many injuries, they had to move Ellsbury along the lineup. In a perfect world, they bat 1 and 2 in the Yankees lineup. They've done that for the most part this year, and it has paid dividends. The Yankees here, with the 6 runs they scored last night, have now scored 131 runs in their first 27 games. You don't have to be a mathematician to realize they are on a much better pace than they were last year. Last year, for the entire season, the Yankees scored 633 runs, one of their worst outputs in decades. This year, on pace for over 750 runs. In fact, on pace for 150 more runs than they scored all of last season. So the Yankees offense has rebounded early in a big way, and obviously the contributions here from Ellsbury and Gardner on the biggest reasons why. Not just A-Rod's bat, not just the power from Teixeira, but the fact that Ellsbury and Gardner are on base all the time for these guys. If you're A-Rod or you're Teixeira or you're Brian McCann, you're having all these RBI opportunities because of what these table setters are doing. Heading into play on Wednesday, only 11 players in baseball, only 11 regular players in baseball had an on-base percentage of 400 or higher. 2 of those are on the New York Yankees. That would be Brett Gardner. That would be Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury ends the game on Wednesday at 433. Gardner at 404. And really, Ellsbury becoming a big story here as he is on fire. 17 for his last 32. Hitting the cover off the ball. Joe Girardi said he has been unbelievable for the Yankees so far this season. And you could see it every time you turn the game on. Every time you look at the top of the order, one or both of those guys are on base. And they are setting the pace for the 2015 Yankees. There's still a lot of questions. There's still a lot of time to go for the Yankees to prove they are more than just a good early season story, to prove that they are really a true contender in this 2015 season. But it is pretty clear early, when healthy and when the lineup allows them to be number 1 and number 2, to bat number 1 and 2, there is no better 1-2 punch in terms of on-base ability, in terms of speed, and then you go to the defensive part of it in the outfield than Jacoby Ellsbury and Brett Gardner. And this was the vision that Brian Cashman had a couple Decembers ago when he signed Ellsbury away from the Red Sox, when he decided to pair Ellsbury and Gardner, a pair of left-handed hitters, similar, yes, but both very, very good at what they do in their own right. Both very, very good to pair together at the top of an order. Now the Yankees have that. They have enough health where you don't need to bat Ellsbury out of position in the 3 spot. And they have enough behind those guys in the lineup that they're getting on base at a very high clip, over 400 each. And the big guys are knocking them in. The Yankees are scoring more than last year. The Yankees are winning more than last year. And the Yankees are more dynamic than they were last year. Big part of the reason, the 2 guys at the top of the order that are pacing the way for a pretty good Yankees team early in 2015. Jacoby Ellsbury and Brett Gardner. I'm Joe Giglio for NJ Sports.